Hello students, in the previous video, we studied the meaning of ratio and solve exercise 12.1, sum number 1 and 2. Today, we are going to continue exercise 12.1 and solve some more sums. So, let us solve it. Exercise 12.1, sum number 3. See the figures and find the ratios of number of triangles to the number of circles inside the rectangle, number of squares to all the figures inside the rectangle, and number of circles to all the figures inside the rectangle. Students, in this question, we have to find out three ratios, namely, ratio of number of triangles to the number of circles, ratio of squares to all the figures, and number of circles to all the figures inside the given rectangle. Students, we know that before finding out the ratios, we write the necessary details or information given to us. So, in this question, we have to write the details regarding number of squares, number of triangles, number of circles, and also number of all the figures inside a given rectangle. Students, in order to get the number of squares, triangles, circles, we have to observe the figure very carefully. Then you have to count the number of squares, triangles and circles inside a given rectangle. Students, after observing, counting and writing the number of squares, triangles and circles, you have to write the number of all the figures. Students, number of all the figures you will get by adding the number of squares, triangles and circles, or by counting all of them. So now let us solve sum number 3. Solution 3. Number of triangles are given 3. Number of squares are given 2. Number of circles are given 2. Therefore, number of all the figures equals to 3 plus 2 plus 2 equals to 7. Thus, all the figures equals to 7. Students, now let us find out all the three ratios. Sum A, ratio of the number of triangles to the number of circles equals to number of triangles divided by number of circles equals to 3 divided by 2. Students, 3 divided by 2 is in the simplest form. It does not have any common factor other than 1. Thus, 3 by 2 equals to 3 is to 2. Thus, required ratio is 3 is to 2. Now, sum B, ratio of number of squares to all the figures equals to number of squares divided by all the figures equals to 2 by 7. Students, 2 by 7 is already in the simplest form. It does not have any common factor except 1. Thus, 2 by 7 equals to 2 is to 7. Thus, the required ratio is 2 is to 7. Now, sum C, ratio of number of circles to all the figures equals to number of circles by number of all figures equals to 2 by 7. Thus, ratio of number of circles to all the figure is 2 is to 7. Now, sum number 4. Distance travelled by Hamid and Akhtar in an hour are 9 kilometers and 12 kilometers. Find the ratio of speed of Hamid to the speed of Akhtar. Students, in this question, we have to find out the ratio of speed of Hamid to the speed of Akhtar. And we have been given that distance travelled by Hamid and Akhtar is 9 kilometers and 12 kilometers respectively for 1 hour. Thus, the speed of Hamid is 9 km per hour and that of Akhtar is 12 kilometers for 1 hour. Students, the first term of given ratio is 9 and the second term is 12. Thus, we have to write 9 on the top and 12 on the bottom. So now, let us solve sum number 4 after writing the necessary details given to us. Distance travelled by Hamid is given 9 kilometers. Speed of Hamid is given 9 kilometers per hour. Distance travelled by Akhtar is given 12 kilometers. Speed of Akhtar is given 12 kilometers per hour. Thus, ratio of speed of Hamid to the speed of Akhtar equals to speed of Hamid by speed of Akhtar equals to 9 by 12. Students, now we have to reduce 9 by 12 into the simplest form by finding out the HCF of the numerator 9 and the denominator 12. Students, the HCF of 9 and 12 is 3. Thus, reducing 9 by 12 into simplest form by their HCF 3, we get 9 divided by 3 upon 12 divided by 3. Now, dividing 9 by 3 and also 12 by 3, we get 3 upon 4, which is equals to 3 is to 4. Thus, the required ratio is 3 is to 4. Students, we will solve sum number 5 afterward. Now, sum number 6. Find the ratio of the following. Students, in this question, there are 4 sub-questions and we have to find out the ratio for each and every sub-question. So, let us find out the ratios. Sum A, ratio of 81 to 108. Students, the first term of given ratio is 81, which is called antecedent, and we know that antecedent is nothing, numerator, and the second term is 108, which is called consequent, that is nothing, denominator. Students, we also know that ratio is simply a fraction and fraction is nothing, a special division. Students, so in this sum, we have to divide 81 by 108 and we have to reduce 81 by 108 into the simplest form. As we know that ratio is always expressed in simplest form. So now let us solve this sum. Ratio of 81 to 108 equals to 81 by 108. Now reducing 81 upon 108 into the simplest form by their SCF 27, we get 81 divided by 27 upon 108 divided by 27. Now dividing 81 by SCF 27 and also 108 by SCF 27, we get 3 upon 4, which is equals to 3:4. Thus, the required ratio is 3:4. Now, sum C, ratio of 33 kilometers to 121 kilometers equals to 33 upon 121. Now, reducing 33 upon 121 into the simplest form by their SCF 11, we get 33 divided by 11 upon 121 divided by 11. Now dividing 33 by 11 and 121 by 11, we get 3 upon 11, which is equals to 3:11. Thus, the required ratio is 3:11. Students, note that 3:11 is not same as 11:3. Student, solve some B and D by yourself.